from Winston-Salem, it's The Scoop. It's time for our quarterly business update, and we are excited to put our global operations and manufacturing team in the spotlight. Joining us today from our senior leadership team are Michael Johnson, E.B. Montesino, Frank Lamberti, and Stefan Graziani. From our operations and manufacturing team, we have Troy Hicks, Gene Corbett, Keith Linfeld, and Taylor Festermacher, and some of our stars here in Winston-Salem. Kicking off today's event is our chairman and CEO, Michael Johnson. And now, here's Michael.
Thank you. Thank you guys very much. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are around the world watching us on our Scoop Live. We want to say thank you very much. We're here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We're visiting our incredible facility here that does incredible things with our wonderful team Herbalife. But I want to welcome our board of directors who are joining us here today, who've had the opportunity. Let's give them a warm welcome. Our board's had the opportunity to get to know distributors better. We were in San Antonio, Texas last quarter. They had the opportunity to meet with our leaders, our distributors, see an extravaganza in action, see Herbalife come to life, which is the coolest thing that happens when all of our distributors get together. And now we're with you, our Team Herbalife members here in North Carolina. This is a special moment for us. They're going to tour this beautiful, beautiful facility. We want to thank you all for welcoming us here. It's very early in Winston-Salem, so all of us are waking up a little bit. Some of us are anyway. But we had the opportunity to spend 2 days with the board already to go through our strategies, our opportunities, how we're going to build Herbalife bigger, better, and stronger going into the future. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming through the pandemic the way you did. You showed your dedication, you showed your energy by bringing our product to life every single day in this beautiful facility. And this facility, just so you know, was a concept 15 years ago and a reality 10 years ago. When we bought this, it was a computer manufacturing facility, and we turned it into the best nutrition facility on the face of the earth. We're very proud of it. Your work is seen by our distributors in videos and in the product and in the cans every single day. What you're doing with our F1, our T's, and our Aloe is simply spectacular. So this is a scoop. It's worldwide. I want to thank you all very much in North Carolina and Winston-Salem and our beautiful 800,000 square foot facility here, which is going to blow the minds of our board of directors when they have a chance to see this. But it's been a great opportunity for them to see and understand the company and even be better and stronger in the next couple hours. So we've got over 100 people here in Winston-Salem joining us early this morning. They got out of bed just like we all did, made the venture in the dark here, and their day is ahead of them, and it's going to be a fabulous day. So what we said before is that this seed to feed mentality and this seed to feed process is all about quality. And the quality of our employees comes through with the quality of our product every single day. And we're just super, super proud of you. So once again, thank you. Thank you for all your efforts and what you've done. So I've got a little prop here, and what you saw in that video, and you guys didn't get a chance to see it as close as everybody else, but you'll see when we rerun it, is we've been on a world tour. We've been all over the place in 1 year to try to rev up Herbalife, to get it back to life since the pandemic, from Cairo, Egypt, all the way to Tokyo, Japan next month. We've been on a global hunt for our distributors, for our employees, to make sure that Herbalife is building itself bigger, better, and stronger. And you're all part of Team Herbalife to make our company a better company every single day. Now, we want to celebrate people today. We want to talk about our integrity today. We want to talk about our ethics today and make sure that what you saw in that opening video is actually part of who we are every single day in Herbalife. Now, I'm waking up too here at 7 a.m., so bear with me as we get through some of the some of the subjects here that we have to deal with today, or we're going to deal with today. Usually we do this meeting after earnings. And because we were here with you and we had the board of directors, earnings are next week, we wanted to take the opportunity to do the Scoop Live with you, first time ever, here in Winston-Salem. So all I can tell you about the quarter is momentum is building inside the company. The lawyers are here, so I can't say too much. I want to be a little bit careful on what I'm saying. But we have something extremely special going on in the company. It's the momentum's coming back. Our distributors are out there building businesses, building opportunities, creating better communities, and that's the power of Herbalife, is to create communities, add value to this product every single day, and to help people transform their lives and to create a better lives for themselves, for their families, build integrity in their lives through the opportunity of Herbalife, and build income, which builds dignity. This is an incredible company we are all part of, and we're super, super excited to be here. Now, one of the things, and I'm probably out of order here, is this is Ethics and Compliance Week in the company, and I want to make sure that each and every one of us understand the importance of ethics and compliance in this company. So it says, I will protect our company and myself by always doing what's right and speaking up when I see something that's not consistent with our values, our code, policies, or the law. Speak up. You know, in the airport, they say to you, if you see something, say something. That's what we want in Herbalife. We want integrity to be from the ground up inside this company. You should never be embarrassed. You should never be in any fear to speak up when you see something going wrong in our company. It is part of who we are. It is vital to our mission, our opportunity, and to build Herbalife better and stronger. So I'm going to sign this board right now. I want to take the pledge and sign it by putting my name on here, and I'm going to ask you all to do the same today to make sure that we are taking the pledge to make sure that our ethics, our values, our integrity rises higher every single day. Now, we also want to celebrate our people. So we have a video to show the opportunity that has taken place in so many people's lives by celebrating the anniversaries. Let's take a look right now.
You come to me. Congratulations to all of our milestone anniversaries, and hello, Team Herbalife. We are so excited to be here in Winston-Salem in this very special scoop here today. You know, when Frank and I were here just a few months ago, Frank actually said, you know what, it would be great if we had an opportunity to do the scoop from Winston-Salem. And it happened. So Frank, thank you for that idea. And you know, when I hadn't been here in like years, right, since the plant opened. So when I was here a few months ago, I was in awe, right, of what really takes place here every single day. But what really hit me is all of the employees here in Winston-Salem and the leadership. It's just really incredible what you guys do every single day and how you show up for our employees and our distributors. So thank you. So like Michael said, this scoop is very special today because normally we have it after earnings, but it's not, earnings hasn't happened yet. So what we're going to do here today in this segment is a few things. So Michael is going to share with you how the management team came up with this idea, which is, by the way, no other multi-level marketing company has done it, is to bring in a top leader into this company as an employee. And Stefan Graziani started here 3 months ago as Chief Strategy Officer. So Michael will walk us through that strategy. And then we'll hear from Stefan. He's been here for 3 months. So 90 days, Stefan. You're going to share what you feel about this company now that you're inside, and what your thoughts are. And you know, the future is brighter beyond compare, and you're going to share some of that stuff.
I would love to.
And then really the most exciting part too is Frank is going to take us through Winston-Salem. So he's going to walk us through the facility here, through the eyes of the leadership and of course the incredible employees. So with that, are we all ready? Yeah. All right, so let's do this. So Michael, 3 months ago, right?
So 3 months ago, but E.B., I'm going to do what I always do. I'm a storyteller, and you know that. I love stories. Came from a company of stories and to a company of stories. And about 12, 13 years ago, I was in a bike race in Leadville, Colorado, called Race Across the Sky, 105 miles of altitude climb, 10,000 feet of altitude, starting at 10,000 feet. It's a very grueling race. And this was the year that we had pulled Herbalife to 24 really together. We had gotten a lot of great products into our system, and you guys have been part of that, some of that. And I was so trained for that race, and I was so together for that race. I had my nutrition together, my weight was right. I had worked so hard, and I think it was 2011 maybe that this was the race. And you know, that gun hits and you take off through this little town of Leadville, Colorado, and you start heading out into those mountains on a mountain bike. And in the first climb, it's called St. Kevin's, I noticed that my bike was not performing properly. Something was wrong. And I had gotten everything together in my life. I got my nutrition together, my exercise regimen. I had been out riding like a maniac, getting up at 4 or 5 in the morning, riding with friends 2 or 3 hours, going to work, riding after work, making sure that my whole program was completely together. I get to the top of this pass, and I'm about to head down the single track to the next climb, and bam, my chain breaks on the bike. Now, I've been riding bikes my whole life, been racing bikes since my high school and college days, and I'd never broken a chain before. And I am no mechanic, and I'm sitting there staring at this thing going, wow, I'm out, I'm done. This is a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-hour day for a lot of people out on that course. And I'm screwed, and I don't know what to do, and I'm standing there, and I don't have a wrench with me. I don't know how to fix a chain. A rider comes up to me and says, "What's up?" And I said, "Broken chain." He said, "Let me help you." He's got a chain link in his kit. He pulls out, and I'm looking at him, and I can't believe this guy's going to give up his race for me, because time's a ticking away, and you're racing against the clock. There's thousands of people out there in the course, but you're racing against the clock. And we sit there, and it takes 10, probably 15 minutes off this competitor's time, and I just can't believe this is happening. I don't know what to do, and he fixes my chain. And I finished the race, and I actually finished just about 10 hours, which was one of my best times ever. Can only imagine what I would have done if I had that chain already in good shape, if I had not been quite in need of what I would call the missing link. And the missing link is Stefan Graziani. He was behind me on that course that day, probably the only time in history he's ever been behind me on a bicycle. I don't know why you were behind me. It was amazing to me. He's a former professional bike racer. And he gave his heart and his race and his time to me, to help me get on the course and move forward. Bringing Stefan into Herbalife, he has given up his distributorship, which he made quite a bit of money on, to come in to dedicate himself for the betterment of us all. He symbolizes what Herbalife is all about, is giving for others, is building this company better and stronger. We are so excited to have him in because what Stefan brings to us is a knowledge of distributors, that last mile, that understanding, that importance of what we do every day is put into their lives, that we don't waste time, we don't waste money, we do things in a smarter, better way. This was the #2 distributor in the world who's come into a corporate life that he's adjusting to. It's been 90 days. He thinks we're a little crazy the way we work in this company, to be perfectly honest. But he is all Stefan. He's ours now, thank God. And he's come to join us to make Herbalife bigger, better, and stronger. So thank you, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
So, I've spent 32 years speaking in front of people, and I've never been as nervous as the 2 times that I think I've done this in front of employees. So it is a 3-month start for me. I think the reason why I'm here is because I lived the Herbalife dream. I was a 22-year-old, not professional, semi-professional cyclist who had big dreams to race in the Tour de France one day that, failed my 12th year in high school, went back another year and graduated, didn't have a future in front of myself. And I found Herbalife. And finding Herbalife changed my life. It gave me an opportunity to grow as a human being, to make a difference in the world, to help people, to build a business, to become financially independent.
Yeah, there you go.
And as I look into the room here and I think about the 9,000 employees around the world, it's also because of you, because of what you do every day. And when I watch 20 years and 25 years and 30 years of commitment, I understand what this is all about. I understand that it's about making a difference and making dreams come true. And so living the dream as a distributor and seeing the impact and having the lives change, and then knowing that there's another side to things, that there's an opportunity for us as a company, and that there's another team besides a distributor team and distributors that I've worked with and had worked with for 32 years, that also was there committed with big dreams and big aspirations and big goals. And so, coming into the company, it was a big step, but it was also a natural step for me. And as much as I think it's crazy how much everybody works, because as a distributor, we work a lot, but I've never seen people work as hard as I've seen with the executives and the employees, and the level of commitment. And it's a little bit different as a distributor. You're working and you're building something. It's your own business. There are no limits to where you can go. It's based on your own drive and your own aspirations. And it's interesting being in a corporate environment. It is a different world. I don't think if I had had the experience of a distributor, I would have been ready for it, but I was ready, and I am ready. And what I discovered over the last 90 days is just an incredible team of talented, committed people that are putting their lives into something that is probably one of the greatest, most beautiful missions and businesses in the world. And it's complex. There's 95 markets, there's 95 cultures, maybe not quite 95, but there are people that are in their 20s and there are people that are in their 80s that are doing this business. And they're at all different levels and different ways of looking at life and what they want to do and how they want to work. And we've got an opportunity, and it's the time now to figure out what Herbalife is going to be in the future. We're big, we're huge. We have so many people that we're impacting right now, but we can become one of the best and the most amazing business stories, I think, in the future of any company. because I don't think that there's a company that gives this kind of opportunity to so many people, and through our products, changes and impacts so many people's lives. And, you know, as much as we're big, we are going to be bigger. And coming together with this team and starting to understand all of the different aspects and how things work and see the opportunities that are there, that as a distributor I couldn't see because I just didn't have the perspective. I didn't have access to seeing the different areas. And so, you know, I'll just give the analogy. It's like driving a car as a race car driver and knowing how fast you can take it around the turn. And when you get to the straightaway, when you punch the gas, how fast you can go, and then knowing how it brakes, so how you've got to slow it down going into the apex. It's kind of like as a driver driving the car, but then when you actually get in the inside of the car and you see what's there, it's like opening the hood of the car and saying, oh my gosh, there's an extra 1,000 horsepower sitting there, and it just needs to be connected and moved around a little bit. There's you know, the fuel injectors, it's functioning, and the turbocharger's there, and this upgrade can make things just go that much faster. And so, you know, it's just been this amazing experience, very humbling and exciting. I mean, exciting. It's just the energy, the focus, and where we're going to go in the future. So a lot of time looking at strategy, a lot of time working together. And as I look here, I have two very important people that are sitting in front of us. And they are colleagues of mine. They're colleagues that are some of the top distributors in the company. And, you know, for them, it's been a change also to see me make this transition. But I've made the transition for everyone. And for myself to grow as a human being, but to just make this company better and bigger and stronger than it's ever been before. And so I just want to give a chance, because I know for myself it's humbling to be here now as an employee for 3 months working towards my 1 year. This is like, this is my next goal, my 1 year. But I'd love to just hand it over and have two dear friends, Radhika McAdry and Juan Miguel Mendoza, board members, just say a few words to everybody here. And
yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just stand up and maybe turn around. So
no, it is. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for what you do. So interesting to see you guys there, to see Stefan in the team. It's fantastic. You know, it's really like, wow. So on the name of all the distributors around the world that work so hard, and sometimes we don't stop and think about everything that you guys do to help us do what we do. Every time that we go to a nutrition club or to have a new customer, a new distributor, and we try to influence them and help them with the products, you guys are the ones that are making those products for us to help them. And not only you guys here in Winston-Salem, but all the employees around the world that help us with so many roles, so many aspects, just to make our life easier and to be facilitators of what we do all over the world. So thank you so much. And also we'd like to welcome a new member of our board. She's a fantastic distributor coming from Romania. She would love to say some words. Radhika?
Hello, everybody. What an honor to be here and to really get to see you and to know you. I was reflecting, Juan, you're 30 years in the business. I'm 28 in the business. You're 32. We are kind of old and people. You're only 3 months, yes. It's just 28 years of being able to understand the impact of never having a problem with having a product. Because the product is the blood in our business. If we don't have the blood, no matter how good is the body, we're dead. So you have no idea how much respect we have for what you do. You have no idea how proud that whatever is happening in this facility, and we are going to see that. We want to thank you for dedication. We want to thank you for commitment. And I absolutely love the pledge, Michael. This is so beautiful. We are trying to take this pledge for the distributors all the time, over and over and again. So what can I say? May God help us all be healthy so we can all fulfill our missions in this life. Thank you very much from all the distributors.
Thank you. So, you know, there are many reasons why Herbalife is a great company, and we don't have enough time to go through it all today. But one of the things that sets us apart from other multi-level marketing companies, and we say this all the time, is the relationship that employees have with our distributors. I mean, we can all say it's very special. And when Stefan started, you know, in the beginning, it was like, oh my gosh, I mean, he's a top leader. He's going to come into the company. How are we going to behave in meetings? I mean, do I have to behave all the time? I mean, it's hard for me to do that, right? And, but, you know, so one of the things that happened from day one, it was just so natural to have Stefan. And that's just a testament, well, to you, Stefan, but all of our leaders, you know, Juan Miguel, Rodica, and everyone. That's what makes us very special. So we're so excited to have you on board.
Thank you.
So excited.
Excited to be here. Thanks.
Here, here.
Okay. So, by the way, Stefan isn't the only new leader that has joined us here recently. So we have two new leaders that has joined. So Susan Brown is our new Vice President of Communications, and she started here. It's been 7 weeks now. And then we have our new Chief Human Resources Officer, Claire Groen, who joined us, I think, 2 weeks ago. And you'll hear more from them in our next scoop. And so before I turn it over to Frank, just want to remind everyone once again, this is Ethics and Compliance Week. And like Michael said, you know, this is something truly that's one of our core beliefs, because we always do the right thing, right? And now you guys are going to receive an email here soon that, you know, let me see what this is. It's called the Code of Conduct and Conflict Training, right? You're going to get an email that says you got to get it done. Don't be me and wait until like the last minute here to say, okay, we gotta get this done. So let's do it right away. But before we do that, you know, as usual, so this is our 6th annual Ethics and Compliance video contest. And, you know, distributors aren't the only folks that are really, you know, very competitive. Employees are too, okay? So we've received over 50 submissions, okay? So there has to be one winner. So we're gonna take a look at the first place winner.
Hola César, muy buenas tardes. Discúlpame por estarte molestando todo el día y estarte busque y busque. La razón es que quiero pedirte tu apoyo, por favor, ver si me puedes apoyar para darme unas vacaciones en verano e irme a la playa con mi familia.
Hola Pepe, no es ninguna molestia, por el contrario, déjame revisarlo, ver que no haya nada más que se esté cruzando y te puedo dar una respuesta.
En el sillón nos vamos a sentar y pensar.
¿3 doritos después?
Sí, aquí estoy, dime.
Hola Pepe, mira, lo estuve revisando y lamentablemente no tenemos disponibilidad en este momento. Entonces, lamento mucho, pero no te puedo utilizar las vacaciones.
Qué padre que mi jefe es mi primo y me dio estas vacaciones de verano.
Es un corrupto. Más tarde en el Salón de la Justicia.
Listo, la jornada laboral del día de hoy. Ahora voy a darle estas noticias a mi prima.
¡Adelante!
Hola, prima.
Hola, primo. Bien, bien, gracias. ¿Y tú cómo nos fue?
Muy bien.
Súper bien.
¿Qué tal el día de hoy?
Hoy hemos reclutado a 5 distribuidores. Y todo gracias a esos tips que me has pasado de la empresa. Y por cierto, hoy, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué tenemos de nuevo?
Tenemos nuevas actualizaciones que nos van a ayudar a crecer este negocio.
Cuéntame.
La primera, aumento de precios.
Súper bien. Ese aumento de precios nos va a hacer que...
Ten en cuenta, si un empleado tiene un conflicto de intereses, esto generalmente afecta en su toma de decisiones, en su capacidad para cumplir o completar sus tareas laborales e incluso en la lealtad para con su empleador. En Herbalife contamos con una política de conflicto de intereses y cada empleado tiene la obligación de cumplir con ella. Es deber de cada uno de nosotros denunciar cualquier posible conflicto de intereses, real o posible. Contamos con una serie de recursos para buscar orientación y poder reportarlo. No permitas que esto suceda en Herbalife.
All right, welcome back, and I would like to welcome, we have some guests here on the panel. We've got Troy Hicks, Gene Corbett, Keith Linfeld, and Taylor Fenster-Schmacher. Welcome, guys. You know, we often take it for granted. We think everybody knows the history about this amazing manufacturing facility, but we have a lot of new employees. We have employees joining from all around the world, so we thought we would take a little bit of time to get to know a little bit about this facility and the history through your eyes to all of our employees around the world. So I've got a few prepared questions, and I'm going to ask them. But to start with Troy, this is a very good, easy, basic one, Troy. Have we always manufactured our own products? We're 43 years old. Have we?
Yeah, actually, no, we haven't. It wasn't until like 20 years into the company, year 2000, we got into our manufacturing environment just by force. We opened up the China market. And part of opening up the China market as a direct selling company, you had to self-manufacture. And then fast forward in 2009, through acquisition of one of our contract manufacturers called MyCell, what is now known as Lake Forest today in Southern California, we opened up that facility as part of our seed to feed strategy and philosophy. And then fast forward to that, 2013, part of the seed of that feed was Changsha, where we went vertical and started making our own ingredients and botanical extracts. And then finally in 2014, this is really where we went global. We opened up Winston-Salem, over 800,000 square feet. You could put 6 lake forests in Winston-Salem.
Incredible, incredible. And Troy, so what advantages does owning the manufacturing facility have for our distributors?
Huge, huge advantages. They say the adage, if you can't do it right, do it yourself, right? So I would say that's true for us. We're world class when it comes to quality, and that is really the prime reason, being able to control our own quality. The second is really controlling your own supply chain, and that proved critical during probably the most disruptive time in modern history within supply chain recently in the pandemic, where this facility, amongst all our hemp facilities, stood tall and really carried the weight of the hyper demand that we experienced. And we were probably one of the best in the market in servicing our facilities. So, yeah.
Great, thanks. And I know we've got dozens of products, Keith, but what products do we manufacture at our hemp facilities?
Well, as Troy mentioned, we have 6 hemp sites worldwide. 3 of those are in China, 3 in the US. In China, in Suzhou and Nanjing, they manufacture powder and tablets. Nanjing also does tea. At our Changsha facility, they do botanical extracts. In the US, Winston-Salem does tea as well. We do concentrates, NRG, as well as Nightworks. Lake Forest and Winston-Salem, we do the powders and the aloes. Some of the popular powders are the F1s, the PPP, the PDM, as well as our H24 line. The aloes we do are the Max and the concentrates. Lake Forest actually does the ready-to-drink mix. Well, one other facility we have in the US is our Hemp Virginia facility. They do powders, they have flavor enhancers for the drink mixes as well as the syrups.
Excellent, excellent. And Gene, there's a lot of employees here. How many exactly do we have at Winston-Salem?
Well, we have 725 employees here today, and 475 are associated with actual direct manufacturing of the product. During the pandemic, we were able to flex up to 1,100 employees, and we're ready to get back there again. So, we're ready to do that for you.
We're all ready for that.
We have 110 employees that have been with us since 2013, 2014 that have either celebrated or are going to celebrate their 10-year anniversary. May of 2024 will be our official 10-year anniversary because that's when we produced our first product. And we're looking forward to you coming back. Just like you said in the meeting that when we met you here in June, everybody pay attention. When Evie and Frank say something, they're going to do it. So thank you for coming here. Thank you for spending time with us. On all 725, you could have gone anywhere else, and we really appreciate you coming back here. It's such a tenet of servant leadership of saying what you're going to do and doing it, showing up and supporting us, and we appreciate that.
No, well, thank you guys. It's incredible what's going on here. Thank you for that. Troy, Winston-Salem is coming up, as you just said, on its 10-year anniversary. What's distinct about this facility versus Lake Forest and Hemp China?
Well, they all vary in size and capability. China was really designed for the China market, and its capability is designed for those types of products that are centric to China. Lake Forest, we call them small but mighty, and they really are. They have three production lines, 2 powder lines and an aloe line, and they're really designed for more higher volume, mostly make for US and Mexico. And then, of course, this facility here, over 11 production lines, and they service pretty much the world, 76 markets, and really all the world's tea supply, with the exception of China, comes from Winston-Salem.
Wow, it's pretty incredible. So we're here for 10 years, and we've got some employees, as you said, Gene, who have been here, through the 10 years, the 3 years of the crazy years of the pandemic, who are on the front line through the whole entire thing. And I think I'm going to throw it over to Cherie. She's got some people she'd like to interview and share some of their stories. So over to you, Cherie.
Thank you, Frank. I feel like we're the man on the street over here. I have been here for a couple of days. I've had a chance to talk. This is the most hospitable, lovely. The culture here is is so loving and welcoming. Thank you all for making us feel welcome. I know we disrupted your entire everything here. We've been a disruption, and you've been so lovely. I've had a chance to hang out with some cool people. And so over here we have our people who've been here building up, they painted the walls and everything. And so I have Trish, Jason, Scott, and Biff. And so you were here among the first employees, been here 10 years. So share what you do with the company and a little memory from that beginning time.
Good morning, Team Herbalife. Good morning. My name is Trisha Kennedy. I am the Senior Manager of Global Talent Acquisition Operations. I'm also employee number 4 for Winston-Salem. I am the first HR representative for this facility, and I am also the creator of I Belong, We Belong, which is a group of volunteer belonging advocates that encourage belonging through action. I want to take you to the first 10 group of employees that we had here. We really took to heart our motto, have you had your shake today? And we would take turns being the chef, the dishwasher, and the server. And the server would bring out our shakes and deliver them on a silver platter. Actually, it wasn't that. It was a AC or an air-conditioned vent cover, because that's all we had. But we just took so much pride, and I think the moment symbolized just being proud of being part of the startup, but also the vision that we had into the future, which, and some people will say here, TK bleeds green, and really it's garden green, but that would be a totally different conversation. But what I want to say is that moment, fast forward to now, we're so proud. I think we have by far exceeded our expectations. And for most people, I would say in this room, we're proud and humbled to be a part of Team Herbalife. Thank you.
Well, good morning. My name is Scott Swaim. I'm the facility project principal here in Winston-Salem. And I'm either involved in or responsible for most of the construction projects that take place here on this 100-acre site. As Michael said, it's an 800,000 square foot building. That kind of equates to about 18 acres under roof. So a lot to keep up with. But one of the things that really stands out in my mind over the course of time here, when I started in November of 2013, there were upwards of 200 contractors working on converting this plant from a computer plant to a food plant. So we got to see a lot of the manufacturing equipment, the packaging lines going in. But the thing that really sticks out to me in seeing all that was, while all that was going on, I had the opportunity to hire an incredible team of maintenance personnel, okay? I knew it was going to take that to get this place going. And so one of the things I wanted to really just point out is that it's the greatest asset I think that Herbalife has. It's the folks out here in the audience. They're our employees. They're our greatest asset. So thank you.
Good morning, Herbalife.
Good morning.
So my name is Jason Donovan. I'm currently the Senior Director of Manufacturing Optimization. Starting up 10 years ago, being part of the startup crew, I got a ton of fond memories and milestones that we accomplished together. My favorite memory probably has to do with the startup at the plant and the date. So as Gene spoke, May 24 is going to be our 10-year anniversary. We had a hard target, May 14th, have our first product coming off the line. And we're going through all our checks and balances, checking everything out. We're well on our way. We had the first 90 days planned. We're looking at it in April, making sure everything's good. Find out on April 30th. We have 4 raw materials qualified here. So that buys us maybe 2 days of that 90 days of production. And then after that, we're all twiddling our thumbs. So, after a bit of panic, we got to action. And the action was to call Torrance and call Lake Forest and go, can you help us? And every single person, every single department said, what do you need? What do you need? How can we help? We're all here for you. We want to get this plant started up. And through that power of collaboration, we were able to get the rest of the plan, the rest of 90 days qualified, 200 raw materials qualified in the next week. Just crazy. Now, I've experienced the power of Herbalife collaboration a couple times, many times in my 10 years here. That was the first one because it really allowed me to really see, like, I think I'm where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm surrounded by people who want to help, who want to do good. We're supporting people who want to help and want to do good. And, you know, with that mindset, that's how we build it better. And that's what we're doing. So thank you.
Morning, everybody. My name is Biff Ranson. I'm from Global Technology Services. I'm the data center manager here at Winston, and I also support the data centers at Salt Lake City, Vinray, and Hong Kong. And it's funny, you listen to these stories, and 10 years goes by real fast, and you kind of like, ooh, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, I remember that happening. And you have all these memories. And one of the best ones is we were all building our teams, like Scott said. It was a skeleton crew. We're all helping each other out. We've got a million things going on. And I had this extremely large piece of equipment show up for our data center. Now, if you've never seen our data center, it's elevated and it goes up a ramp, about a 10-meter ramp. We've got to push this piece of equipment into the data center, and it weighs 2,400 pounds. Okay, now, I would have done it myself, but I figured I'd share the wealth, you know. So I get Scott and I say, can you get some of your contractors to come give me a hand and get this thing in the data center? He's like, sure. So we're sitting there, and he and I, being old engineering guys, we're trying to figure out, can we actually make it up the angle of this ramp? So I'm like, Scott, you got a plumb bob and a tape measure and a level? And he's like, yeah, I'll go get them. About that time, Jason walks up. Jason goes, what y'all doing? We're like, we're moving equipment. He goes, well, why haven't you started? Well, the ramp's a little, we got to try to figure out the ramp. Jason takes his phone and goes, it's 4 degrees, guys. Hey, they got a hat for that. Did you know that? Yeah. And that's what it was when we were first here. You pitched it and you helped out because everybody needed it. And as we built our teams and we separated a little bit and we got into our own departments and with our own folks, that's a shared memory that we all come back to. We bump into each other in the hall and it's like, oh, I remember that day. And that's what makes it so cool to be here is just everybody helping out.
Such great stories. Thank you all so much for those stories. I mean, we could go on and on. I'm going to throw it back over to Frank, who is one of my very favorite people here. And we'll come back. I got more stories for you.
Thanks, Shireen. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more stories. Before we get to a few more, Keith, I'd like to ask you a question. What capabilities does Winston-Salem feature?
Well, as Troy mentioned, there's a lot of things that go on in Winston-Salem. A couple of the things is we use leverage high shear liquid blending for our aloe products. For our powder lines, we work with plow mixing as well as tumbler mixing to manufacture those materials. For our tea lines, we actually are able to leverage some of the key ingredients from our sister company in Changsha and work with our fluid bed dryers. As far as packaging goes, we have 12 lines that manufacture and package materials in different formats as well as a variety of pack sizes. They range from a single serve sachet all the way up to our large 100-ounce bottle. But that's just really our equipment capabilities. That's really not what makes Winston-Salem special. What really makes Winston-Salem special is the employees. Without them, we wouldn't be where we're at today. And so when I look at the team that's out here, this is what we know. And as Michael said, the future is bright, and this is where we have the employees that are going to help us take us there.
Fantastic. All right, we've got a few more employees lined up. Shuri, I'm going to turn it back over to you so we can hear some stories from employees who support manufacturing.
Yes. This is the best part. I have the best job. So I'm here with Ronza, Rosalind, Mladen, and Antonio. And so I'm going to start off with Ronza, who helped us with the intranet. We're building a fresh intranet for this facility. So Ronza, so you guys work in the manufacturing area. Tell me what you like most about working at Winston-Salem, and let us know who you are, where you work. Okay.
My name is Ronza Hankinson. I work in tea manufacturing. I'm a Tech 3 in the Way area. What I love about Winston-Salem is the safety. With the safety program, it's expressed every day. We discuss it every day and throughout the day. The second thing that I love is the people that I work with, the people that I pass throughout the lobby. The third thing and the most special thing is Herbalife trusts me to work with other employees to reach the goal of the company. Thank you.
Good morning, Team Herbalife.
Good morning.
I'm Rosalind Hayes, and I work in powder manufacturing, and I'm a wait tech. I started here in May of 2014, and my fun moments are, first, safety is always first, and it's number one. We have a really strong safety team here at Herbalife, and Herbalife is like family. And a lot of my coworkers are like my family. They're my brothers and my sisters. And another great thing I like is they have great benefits, awesome benefits. Yes, and don't forget, they have awesome swag.
Yeah. So wait a minute, so Ronza and Rosalind have a little chant that they shared with me. Let me hear it.
One team, one goal. All right. One more time. One team, one goal.
Woo! Okay, so Milan and Antonio have built careers here at Herbalife. And so I want you to tell us, because you started off here in entry-level positions, what advice would you give to anyone who wants to pursue a career in manufacturing?
Hello, my name is Malada Miskowick. I'm a production manager in packaging. My best advice for anybody is you gotta stay positive. You know, we go through setbacks, whether if we didn't get that certain job we were aiming for or that promotion we didn't get. We have to learn from those setbacks, use it as motivation, stay positive, and trust me, you're gonna get it. You're gonna move on, you're gonna move forward, and it's gonna help you.
Good morning. My name is Antonio Lang, Senior Production Supervisor in Packaging here at Winston-Salem. One thing I can tell you is always have goals. You know, come into the building with a goal. You know, excuse me. If you set your goals, it's going to take you. You know, one of my goals when I first came in was brand loyalty. I developed that brand loyalty. And then for most people that know, I was actually a distributor at first, so I developed that brand loyalty there, consuming the product, helping people achieve their goals. I actually lost 200 pounds on the product, so that helped build that brand loyalty. So when I came into the building, when I saw this building getting put up, I said, you know what? I had to be a part of this. So I got here, and I carried that brand loyalty here. It inspired me to do everything I needed to do to make sure that this facility is #1 in the world. So what I want to tell you, brand loyalty money is gonna bring you in the door. Don't forget that, but brand loyalty is gonna keep you here.
I love it, great job. So Antonio and I share a history in that we both were distributors before we became part of Team Herbalife on this side. Thank you all so much. I'm just so inspired by this team. Frank, I'm gonna turn it back over to you. I have one more group that I want to share with. Is that all right?
That's perfect.
Okay, great.
All right, while we're lining up the next group, I've got a question. Not everybody knows this. We actually have a GTS presence here in Winston-Salem. So Taylor, what's the reason for that? What was the thinking behind having a technology group in the manufacturing facility?
Well, first of all, thanks, Frank. It's a great question. Winston-Salem is home to 77 GTS employees, and they're really part of the bigger, larger global technology team that supports, you know, not just our distributors, obviously, which is first and foremost, but also our corporate processes like member services, financials, operations, as well as the digital office, which is newly standing up. And really, this team, I'm sorry, I'm drawing blank. But this team plays a big part in what we do here. And really, this team was really they're really corporate employees, right? They're based here in Winston-Salem, but they're really part of the corporate team. And because of that, I'm sorry. I gotta get back on track.
That's okay.
But I really want to thank the team. They're really good people. They're part of the global team. And the reason they're here in Winston-Salem is because we were actually located in Torrance before, and we moved the whole team over here to help support the operation, because everything here that we're doing is trying to support the operation while it's also trying to support the corporate functions. On top of that, there's a lot of technology. When you guys go out and see the shop floor, there's a lot of technology out there. And just the close proximity to the manufacturing and engineering teams here as we were setting up the operation, we played big dividends and was hugely beneficial, was then, still continues to be, to actually be able to support the operation.
Thanks for sharing that. And, we talk to that team of 77 every single morning on a stand-up call, so thanks to you for running those calls as an important function, like you said, not just for this location, but for support around the world for all of our systems. So thanks for that, Taylor. Gene, over to you. So we've got GTS and we've got manufacturing. Do we have any other functions that sit inside of this facility?
Oh, yes, and that's what makes it very interesting to work here. The hybrid environment that we have here, we have tons of professionals here. Like I said, we had 475 employees that support manufacturing, but we have another 250 that have connections back to Torrance and Lake Forest and LA Live in support of our manufacturing operations as well, too, and the global product ops. We have over 100 scientists that work here in the QA, QC, Tech Ops, R&D, and also the GRA groups as well too, in support of manufacturing of our products. We have engineers, continuous improvement, packaging engineers, process engineers out on the floor. And then we have a number of the disciplines supported from an HR standpoint, finance, talent development, talent acquisition. We have one of the best security forces that we could have, and again, one of the best safety departments that we have too as well. What it provides here, and what I like about it, is the fact that it has afforded the people that have been here and come here and stuck it out and have learned different aspects of the business, another avenue to grow. Whereas if we were just a manufacturing environment, the ceiling would be limited, whereas this allows, we've had a number of employees that have progressed from manufacturing on the floor into QA and into production planning and to other areas as well too. And so it creates such a dynamic environment. And again, by having our departments back west, it allows us to stay connected with what's going on in the company as well too. And so it just creates a nice collaborative work environment that's not just centered here, but also makes us, again, collaborate with the rest of the company.
Fantastic, and obviously, creating career path is important. We just saw all the anniversaries up there for people who have been here for 20 and 25 years. So we're on 10 years here. So we've got some more people that are celebrating their 10-year anniversary. Mm-hmm. So Cherie, who is in the hot seat this time?
We're here. We're not nervous.
No, that's good.
We're not nervous at all. Are we nervous? No. We're cool as a fan, right? Yeah. Yeah. So, so let me say this before I go. I just want to shout out the security team here. I have never been greeted with so much joy and enthusiasm walking through a door. I almost wanted to go back out and come back in. Like, it was just amazing, amazing. So this team up here, they're representing, we talk to people in manufacturing, the manufacturing line. These are people who are in the other functions in the company. And so I'm gonna ask you a little bit about what you do to support the mission for supporting our distributors, what your particular roles are, right? And a little bit just about your experience here at Herbalife.
Hello all, I'm Nicole Ketchens, and I started here at Herbalife Winston-Salem in 2014 as a member of the packaging team. I'm now a quality engineer. And our team has the task of translating Herbalife's high quality standards into policies and procedures to support our world-class manufacturing, producing world-class products. And we do one heck of a job. I'm so proud to be a part of our quality team that includes not only quality engineering, but manufacturing quality assurance, document control, and quality compliance, all working together. All working together, all loving together, all working together, all loving together. I want to say that a few times so you reinforce that, because we're a team and we're a family. And that's why Herbalife Winston-Salem is 10 years in the game with many more to come.
I'm Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole.
Hey, everybody, I'm Nicole Balamaki. I'm a staff packaging engineer here with the Worldwide Packaging Engineering Group. And what packaging engineers do to support basically all of Herbalife is we have a really, really intricate role in making sure all of our products get to your door in peak of quality. So what we have to do is we're responsible for selecting all the materials that are protecting those formulas that the product scientists make with all these really intricate and important ingredients. So if we don't select the right materials to protect that, it's not going to get to you in the most fresh form. So not only that is we have to select materials that go through smoothly through our packaging lines. If they don't flow through smoothly to our packaging lines, then it causes issues and it causes effects to the cost. We do not want that at all. And then finally, when it gets to your door, we want you to have the best experience possible. We want you to be able to smell it, taste it, experience it, whatever you're buying. We want it to be fresh and really high quality. So, I could talk for days about packaging. It's been my passion, for many, many years. But in short, it's about the safety of the product, the quality of the product, and your experience the first time, every time. So my experience here at Herbalife, I joined in July of 2014. So it was 2 months after we started flowing things down on the production lines, but there was still so much to be done. There were only 2 lines that were functioning at that time. So we have people that hired in as part of teams that had yet to be developed. So you have one person on this team, one person on that team, and we were doing things and taking responsibilities on that were way outside of our roles that we originally hired on for, but it didn't matter. We had to pull together, we had to make it all happen and produce this facility to the powerhouse that it is today. So it's been really fun and a good experience to be a part of that.
Good morning, Team Herbalife. My name is Mayank Tiwari, and I serve as the Director of Global Manufacturing and Engineering System within Worldwide Engineering Team. My team's primary objective is to promote growth and agility by bringing innovation and automation to the forefront of core plant operations. We actually collaborate with various functions, not just manufacturing, but tech ops, stock control, quality, and identify the gaps and opportunities and apply appropriate tools and technologies to improve manufacturing operations and ensure done right first time. Regarding my career at Herbalife, it has been incredibly rewarding. However, prior to joining Herbalife, I was into technology consulting, where I'm meeting new people, seeing new processes, learning new application every couple of months. So when I was offered a full-time job with GTS Herbalife, I was a bit reluctant, fearing that it might limit my learning growth, not being seeing new people and processes. Turned out, it was quite the opposite. Seeing the plant in action, witnessing the family witnessing the teamwork that felt like a family, and most importantly, leading the technological changes that positively impact so many lives, such as electronic batch record, has been extremely rewarding. Throughout my journey, I made some lifelong friends. Worked with outstanding mentors and leaders who held a crucial role in who I am today, and have had numerous opportunities both inside my initial department and outside of it. So I can confidently say that if you are passionate about what you do, Herbalife is a great place to be. Thank you.
Hello, Team Herbalife. My name is Sherry Patterson, and I'm the Senior Manager of Hem Finished Goods Planning Department. Our department is responsible for both Hem Winston-Salem and Hem Lake Forest. And our contribution to the success of Herbalife is ensuring that we keep our #1 KPI, or key performance indicator, which is 99% service level for our distributors. So essentially, we have to make sure we plan product the right product at the right time in the right quantities and make sure it gets to the right place. And we've kept that KPI of 99% service level essentially since my tenure here, except for during those 2 years of the pandemic, okay? So our team had to work relentlessly and passionately, to make sure we restock those shelves for our distributors so they would have their wonderful products, right? So we did that nearly 100% remotely. So we give ourselves pride in making sure that we accomplish those goals. So I asked myself, Sherry, why 10 years? So 10 years here at Herbalife essentially is because we're family. And I know we've all mentioned that, but we really are one huge, big family. We work together with cross-functional areas and our stakeholders to make sure that we make our goals. And lastly, I'm looking for the next 10, okay?
Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Jennifer Heimlich. I'm part of the Global Project Management Office, where I support 3 different teams. One's Global Process Excellence, and their job is to focus on reimagining our business processes so that we can deliver efficiencies and work smarter and deliver it back into the business. I also have Global Data Management and Global Change Management. They're to maintain our product lifecycle system so that we can deliver product on time where it's supposed to be. And then Global Packaging Art, who sits here, artist sits here, that maintain our global brand integrity on all our product labels. My career. So I've been here for 22 years, so I've had a lot of experiences, but I think I want to share why I love my job so much. I love it so much because of the people. We've all talked about that, but it's pretty amazing. So I work with global teams all around the world, and there's one thing that's pretty consistent. We all bring a very unique talent to the table, but when we get together, the magic happens because we become a team, right, to do the best that we can do. The other thing is I feel very lucky to have great leadership who has encouraged me to take risks, step out of my comfort zone, and grow. I was able to do that 10 years ago when I moved from California to Winston-Salem to help to merge and consolidate the supply chain of about 300 SKUs from 6 different contract manufacturers into this facility. So at the end of the day, I'm extremely grateful for the career I have, the growth I've had, and I also feel like Herbalife has actually encouraged me to live my best life just by encouraging me to step out of my comfort zone and grow in my career. So, thank you.
Okay, haven't these stories been amazing? I just want to say thank you to all of you, to the 3 groups that have come up to share. Your stories are so inspiring. It takes a lot to make this company click, right? There's so many little parts and so many places to be excellent, and I'm so grateful that you are all excellent in what you're doing to make Herbalife the best company it can be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna throw it back over to Frank.
All right. Thank you guys for sharing. EB referenced the visit that we made a few months ago. We were here with Troy. And, it was interesting for us because we had both, at that point, just started new roles. And we usually get our energy from our distributors because we were both front office employees. And we go to events and we get energized. So we weren't really even sure what to expect when we got here. And, when we arrived, we were greeted by many different people. And you would have thought every single one of those individuals ran this place. They owned it, they knew it, they knew where everything was. And there was just such a vibe that we sensed when we were here. Not only were we impressed with the machinery and the R&D facility and the data center that we'll all see in a few minutes, but as many have said, it was the people that greeted us and the sense of pride, confidence, and ownership of your responsibilities that really touched us. So when we thought of different ways to kind of share that, we were thinking, do we do videos and capture these stories, and then decided what better way than to share it through these stories today live with all of you. So if you're an employee sitting here, we thank you. If you're employees sitting anywhere around the world, we thank you, and hopefully that you come away with the same sense of pride and ownership that we have when we tour these types of facilities. So thank you. Michael, over to you for the close.
Well, for anniversaries, we're celebrating a lot of anniversaries here, and we're celebrating 10 years here soon in Winston-Salem, and I remember walking in these doors years ago and being in awe of the size, the scope, the concept, and the employees who were in here. In 1980, a young man named Mark Hughes met a guy named Dick Marconi, and Dick Marconi had a manufacturing facility in Southern California. He was putting protein powders in a jar, and Mark looked at that and figured out that he could do something beyond that with a business opportunity. And he had a very simple goal in his life. He said, and he believed very strongly then, that he could change the nutritional habits of the world. That's a small wish, right? The whole world. And he can create a business opportunity so people can earn what they're worth, build dignity in their lives. So here we sit today, all these years later, 43 years later, 95 markets, 9,000 employees, hundreds of thousands of distributors, if not millions of distributors, making a full-time income because of you, because of the efforts that you're putting in, and you followed Mark's dream from that original moment. Mark took ownership of his life. He took ownership of his opportunity. As Frank said, you do the same thing here. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm back for 3 times in Herbalife, and they call me the boomerang, but I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be part of this wonderful, wonderful organization that has changed people's lives, that has built opportunities. So when you show up today and tomorrow and every single day, realize that what you're doing is not just for you and your family. You're touching thousands, if not millions of lives every single day. So thank you all for being with us. Thanks for being on Scoop. We've got our earnings call next week. Tune in. We've got some great news for you. Things are changing at Herbalife, and we want to live our best lives. We know that. And of course, it wouldn't be me if I didn't say, come on, everybody with me. Ready? Let's go Herbalife! All right, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to The Scoop Live. Be sure to check the internet for our next event and help us build it better. Hang on to share your thoughts on this brief survey. Have the lights come up and then we're going to do our selfie. I know